Assalamualaikum and hi. Today we are from Group 1. We'll present to you about compounded interest and annuity, which is the topic from MAT 112. Before we start, let I introduce to all my member.
Memang benar aku mencintaimu. Memang benar rasa menyayangimu. Setulusnya rasa hati ini hanyalah padamu.
First question. Sunji has a piece of land with a market value of RM 110,000 ringgit. He has two options to sell it, which is sell the land now and invest it in a scheme with offer an interest of 4.8% compounded monthly, or to sell it after 3 years at 125,000 ringgit. Which option that should I advise? First, we fill out the information first, where P is 110,000 ringgit, R is 0.048, which is the compound interest, and T is the year, M is the month. We write the formula, which is S equal to P 1 plus I the power of N, where we write it in the proper way. S equal to P 1 plus R over M, where with the power of M times 40. Next, we fill the number in the question, where we can calculate it, and we will get S equal to 11,000 times 1.004 the power of 36, which is simply, which we will simplify it with 1,000 and 10,000 ringgit, 1.1545, and we times it to, we will get S equal to 1,037 ringgit and 70 cents. I would recommend him to sell it now, as it will gain him more profit in the 3 year in the future. Thank you. Second question. So deposit RM 780 ringgit into an account, pay an interest of 9% compounded quarterly. 3 year and 9 months later, she made another deposit into the account. What is the value of the second deposit if she want the account to be worth 2,600 in 2 years after the second deposit? First, we fill out the information first and write the formula first, which is S equal to P 1 plus I with the power of N. We put the number into the formula, and then we simplify it, we will get 780 times 1.0025 with the power of 15. Then 1.0225 we times with the power of 15, we'll get 780 times 1.3962, where we times it, we will get S equal to RM 1,089 ringgit with 4. Next we need to find how many should she invest if she want to get 2,600 after 2 years. First, we need to fill out the information, and we write the formula as usual, and later on put the number inside the formula and calculate it to get the number, which is 2,600 equal to P times 1.0025 the power of 8. And then to find the P, we need to move the 1.00258 first to the left side. But first we need to times it, and we'll get 1.1948, and then we will to the left to divide it with 2,600, which we will get P equal to RM 2,176.4 cents. Next, we will need to find the amount of the second deposit, which is the formula is P2 minus S1, where 2176.04 minus 1089.04, which we will get RM 1,087 ringgit.
We move to question 3. Lisa invests 25,000 into an account and at interest rate of K% compounded every 2 months. After 4 years, the account balance is 34,355.47 cents. Determine the A. Interest rate K% compounded every 2 months. B. Total amount if the investment was extended for another 3 years. C. Total amount earned for 7 years. So we put the amount of S, which is 34,355.47, the P 25,000, T 4 years, M 6, and we must find the R. So the formula is S equal to P 1 plus I power N. So we just pick up the number, and we must move the 25,000 to left, which is we get per, and we move the power of 34 in left, and we get root of 34, and we move 1, this is positive, we move to left, we will get negative 1, and we bracket 8 times 6, and we get K equals to 0.08 times 100, and we get the K is at percent. We move to question B, total amount if the investment will extend for another 3 years. In this case, S1, which is 34,355.47 cents, was the P2 in this case. So we must change the P, and the T is 3, the R equals to 0.08, the M is 6, what's the S? So we just use the same formula as A, we fill up, and we will get S equals to 34 355.47 cent in bracket 1.0133 power 18, and the number in the bracket with power 18, and we get 1.2692, and we get the S, which is RF 4300 605.56. And we move to question C. Total interest earned for 7 years. In this case, we use formula 1 equals S minus P. And we just fill out the S and the P. And we get the interest earned is RM 80,605.50 cents.
Question 4. Mr. Fateh traded his car for 35,000 ringgit and topped it up with his savings of 3,000 ringgit to buy a new car. The new car is listed at 88,000 ringgit. He obtained a loan from a finance company to settle the balance of the purchase price. He has agreed to settle the loan by monthly payment to be made at the end of each month for 9 years. The interest of the loan is 15% compounded monthly. Question 4a. Find the monthly payment. To find the monthly payment, we must first find A, T, M, and R. A is 50,000, T is 9, M is 12, R is 15% or 0.15. After that, we must insert it into the formula A equals R bracket 1 minus bracket 1 plus I bracket to the power of negative n over I bracket. The formula for I is R divided by M, and the formula for n is M times T. After we have used the formula, we must use the number that we have calculated to the opposite side. After dividing, we will receive R, which is RM 846 ringgit and 22 cents, which is the monthly payment. Question 4b. Calculate the interest charged. First, we must use the formula Rn. After using the formula, we will receive the amount of RM 91,391 ringgit and 76 cents. After that, we must subtract A. After we have subtracted A, we will receive the amount of interest charged, which is RM 41,391 ringgit and 76 cents. Question 4c. Immediately after paying the 80th payment, he decided to settle the balance of the loan. Find the balance. We must use the formula A as he wants to settle the balance, so we have to look for the present value. He has to pay 108 times, but he has paid 80 times, so he has 28 payments remaining. We will assign K to this number. We must use the formula A equals R bracket 1 minus bracket 1 plus I bracket to the power of negative 28 divided by I bracket. The reason we use to the power of negative 28 is because it is the amount of payments that is remaining. After we have multiplied R, we will receive the answer, which is RM 19,888 ringgit and 30 cents. Question 4D. If he fails to pay the first 8 monthly payments, find the amount that he has to pay on the 9th month in order to settle the outstanding arrears. As he is paying on the 9th payment, we have to calculate S. This makes it so that N will be 9. After that, we must use the formula S equals R bracket 1 plus I bracket to the power of 9 minus 1 divided by I bracket. After inserting all the necessary numbers and calculating, we will receive the final answer, which is 8,008 ringgit and 10 cents. Question 5. A factory paid a 16% down payment to buy a machine that cost 135,000 ringgit. The factory will pay 10,000 ringgit at the end of each 6 months to repay the balance of the purchase price. The interest charged is 16% compounded semi-annually. Find the number of years needed for the balance to be paid in full. In order to find the time, which is T, we must first find A, small r, M, capital R. After that, we must insert it into the formula A equals R bracket 1 minus bracket 1 plus I bracket to the power of negative n over I bracket. After transferring all the numbers to the other side, we will receive negative 0.9028. Finally, we have to use logarithm, also known as log, to bring 2t forward. This will allow us to separate t so that we can calculate the final answer. The final answer is 15 years. 15 years is the amount of time that the factory needs in order to pay off the balance of the machine.